Let's go. I really got the feeling today that everything is going my way. Now this is what I'm talking about. Every time I see your smile, it makes me shout. Let's go! Ah, let's go! Ooh. Nothing's gonna stop us today. Get on the bus or get out the way. We're cruising with the radio on. So turn it up to 10. Here comes our favorite song. Let's go! Ah, let's go! Ooh. Let's go! Ah, let's go!
Let's go. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good whatever, wherever you find yourself. Welcome to Demystify Tech with your story, SignalR. In today's episode, we will be taking over or continuing from where we stopped from last episode, which is exploring the Azure SignalR services. Well, if this is your first time joining the channel, I stream here every Friday on demystifying technology stuff. If this seems like something that is of interest to you, please hit the subscribe button and that notification icon so that you can be notified anytime I release a new video. But before we get into the nitty-gritties, let's go for our montage. Yes, demystifying technology, and this is the place for the modern developer. Welcome again to Demystify Tech with SignalR. This is your one and only show that takes it easy, calm. We learn tech, we demystify tech, we have fun. In today's episode, like I said, we will be taking on from where we left off last episode. We started looking at the Azure SignalR services, which is a real-time communication service offered by Azure. We're trying to set it up, play around with it and see how that works. We were using the sample code provided from GitHub. I think we've already set it up, so we're going to take off from there. But as you know it, before we get started, I always like to bring to your attention some stuff that happened and that's about to happen in the tech space. So this past week was MCT Summit. Was it Summit? MVP Summit. Why do I keep missing that tab? So yeah, MVP Summit happened over the weekend and over the week. Exciting times. Awesome things. Unfortunately, some of the things I can't talk about, it's under NDA, but a few of them that I can talk about, we will be seeing that in the next episode. Notable of them is the in preview, which is the Azure app container services, and then some improvement that is happening on the cognitive services, especially with custom voice fonts. So there has been some awesome things that have gone on. I think Disney has used it. Duolingo has used it. Just to give you some overview, just put it in perspective of what that is. I will be sharing those in next week's episode. So either we'll be looking at the custom voice font, or we'll be looking at how do you call it? We'll be taking a look at the container services. So well. Thanks for joining, all of you joining from all parts of the world. Yeah. So thank you, Shiwa Pot. Okay. All right. We'll see. We'll try that out. Well, if you're joining for the first time, this is what we do every Friday with Demystify Tech. And when I say we demystify tech, we really demystify tech. I'm sure you can see in your shots different tech stuff, from 3D printers to robotics to drone to all stuff. If you do IoT as well, then join me on Tuesdays. If you do every other thing, then it's Friday. But if you also want to power, platform, low code, no code, join me on Sundays. Well, let's get into it. Thank you for joining from Facebook, from Twitter, from YouTube, from LinkedIn. Just give me a thumbs up. Just say hi, and I will acknowledge you. So let's get right into it. Where did we leave off? Let's open this up, and let's bring this here. Let's go to the view so you can see my screen. And also feel free if you have any questions. If you have any questions you want to ask, yeah, this is it. Just throw it in. Just ask away. If I'm not sure about it, I'll reach out to my community, and then we would sort that out. So let's go ahead. Do I use this? Yeah, I think we can use this. So let's go ahead and open portal.azure.com. Maxwell Muzu, let's learn something. Yes, Maxwell. Yes, it's time to learn. I wish I could show this. The custom voice or text to speech font is amazing. It's, what? Let's see. Just to I think I'm going to use Outlook. Well, just to tease you a bit, let's see if we can. I hope it doesn't affect the stream, because I'll just let's say, I think let's do this. Disney, Microsoft, custom voice font. So what it did was that they used a service to create a custom voice for Bugs Bunny. So if you went to Disney, you could actually interact with Bugs Bunny, and it would. So you see the way. Let me just break it down. You see the way you have font on your computers. If you're typing any document or any design, you choose a particular font you want to use. That is what Microsoft has done with a custom voice service. So you could type anything, which is text to speech, and then you choose your voice font. So I could train my voice, and then I would just type something, and it would say just like I would say it. And I'm planning to do some mashup on that. So I want to create a meta-human of myself using Unreal Engine meta-humans, and do some animations in iClone, Revolution iClone. But then instead of using the lip sync stuff there, I would be using, hey, welcome, Make2, welcome to the show. Thumbs up to you. If you have any questions, drop it. Today we're going to take part 2 of Azure SignalR, but I just want to give you guys a teaser of what I'm going to be doing next week. I'll do a few series of that. Yeah, like I was saying, so I will be combining this custom voice font with Unreal Engine MetaHumans and Real Illusion iCloud for the rigging and some facial animation, and then you will see a CG version of me pretty much saying things as I would say it, but it wouldn't be me. I'm exploring that, so I'll fill you in when we do that. So let me share this quickly with you. Let's see. And yeah, like I said, it's part of the cognitive services. So we will be doing that in the next. So the next series of Azure service we're going to take a look at is going to be the cognitive service. So we're going to go through the cognitive services, and then as part of that, we'll talk about the custom voice, custom neural voice. All right. I want to see. And if you have any question, like I said, feel free to drop it. It could be about SignalR or real-time communication or anything technology you want to demystify, and I will see if I can show you that. Yeah, this is it. So are you talking to me? Yeah, so I think this is it. This is more recent. So let's show this quickly for the sake of the bundle. Okay, it was on the Microsoft. Let's see if I can get one. Hey, Thomas, welcome to the show. What's up? Hope you had a good week. Yeah, some people chose to go to the club in this cold weather. Some people chose to do other stuff. But, we are technically learning something new to better ourselves and to make the world a better place. So let's see. Yeah, I think it's loading. I want to show you. I just want to give you guys a teaser before we jump into today's session. All right, so just permit me. So yeah, Microsoft opens limited access to 18 neural text speech AI, and let's see. You know what? Let's open this on YouTube, and I have a reason for that. I don't want to stream off it so that the experience would go downgrade, but so let's do this. I'm just going to pause this, and then let's go in here and let's do SS. So that's another trick. Hold on. That's another trick. Let's do this. I'll just refresh this. I just want to be sure that we're getting the correct thing. So that's another trick. If you want to pause this, if you want to save, hey Kuni, welcome. Kunle, welcome. Oh, welcome. Hope you're having an awesome day. So another trick is you want to download YouTube videos. You can, let me show you this. Let's bring the zoom. Let's bring zoom it up here. Yeah, let's open my two. Open it. Kunle, welcome. Hope you're having a good time. So let's go here. Yeah, so if you want to download the video from YouTube, what you do is that right in front of the Y, you just put SS. Yeah, so that's what I mean, right? So ssyoutube.com should do this, and you hit enter. It's going to move to a service that allows you to download that YouTube video, right? Real nifty. I don't want you to send notifications. Just go ahead and download this. Let's see. 722. Well, 720 is fine. So no. I'm just going to close this, and we're going to download this. Let's put it on a desktop so we can see it quickly. All right. I just want to show you the power of. I'm just giving you a teaser so you stay to, you join us next week to, as part of that. Yeah, I think it's done. Right. So we can close this. And yeah, so this is it. So there's an augmented reality service that AT&T has done. So if you open your phone in an experience center, you see Bugs Bunny there, and you can have a conversation with Bugs Bunny. Another use case is that for those of you who are in the States, Flow is a popular insurance agent for Progressive. They've done the same thing also for Flow, all right, and a lot more. And then Duolingo also is like a service for learning languages. They had all these individual characters for learning, and they created custom voices for each of the learning characters. So that's something exciting to look at. Will not deviate so much from it. Let's stick to, what we're doing. So before then, let me get this going. There's a notification for me to allow the connection. Yeah, there you go. Come on. And yes, there you go. Approve. And we should be good. Facial ID. Yeah, that's fine. So whilst that's logging on, let's go ahead and let's see what AT&T did. Take a listen.
Today we've launched a new Looney Tunes 5G experience that is the first of its kind in the AT&T Experience Store in Dallas.
I'm looking for a golden carrot.
The experience is really fun and playful. Users play a game with an artificially intelligent Bugs Bunny that can interact with them naturally just using their voice. He's in 3D augmented reality.
The perfect centerpiece.
They can talk to Bugs at the big screen and help him find his golden carrot and then take a selfie with him.
Bradley, thanks for helping me finish the best home in the world.
Or they can pick up mobile devices which become these magic windows into this universe.
This project started with an interesting challenge. How do we have this amazing technology and combine it with some of the most iconic Warner Brothers characters that we have? And as we started to dig in a little bit, we realized Looney Tunes and their crazy antics and their high energy and their just plain silliness would be amazing to bring to life in a way that they've never been brought to life before.
I thought I saw a pudding sad.
All of these technologies come together seamlessly over 5G. There's edge computing, augmented reality, occlusion, which is an awareness of the environment, machine learning and artificial intelligence. There's a voice font so that Bugs Bunny could say every person's name that could possibly walk into the store.
Nice to meet you, Mike.
What's so exciting about bringing the 5G experience with Looney Tunes to life is voice from our perspective, because it's using a custom voice font that Microsoft created to help with AT&T's experience. Bugs Bunny can talk directly to customers. When they walk in, it can say their names and talk to them as if they were real.
Oh, come on, Doc. I can't do this alone. I need your help.
Voice font is a very new thing. So just like a font on your computer where you have letters and characters that look a certain way, we take sounds, phonemes from actors or people, and we take them apart and then put them together using machine learning and putting in a new model and assembling the voice font.
So, James, what do you say? Do you think you could help me find that golden carrot?
Having a conversation with Bugs. I mean, what kid growing up didn't want to be able to do that?
That's the spirit, Doc.
Being able to come into the space and have a live conversation with Bugs Bunny and have that interaction and just see people from across the room come over and watch what's happening, it's just been fantastic.
Life into your pudding cat.
5G is making it much more of a participatory experience. People can start getting inside the story. They can start seeing the content, the characters running around them, not just seeing it on a flat screen, but being in the middle of it, and they're interacting with each other. They're conversing with them. So all of us are going to really enjoy just a whole new world of entertainment where it's not in front of us in a flat version, it's all around us in a 3D version, and we're part of it.
Well,
To learn
yes.
more about AT&T, subscribe to this channel. Visit the AT&T.
How did you see that? Let me know your comments in the comment section. That is one of the craziest things. So as you can see, combination of technologies coming together. And if you're being a follower of this channel, you realize that this year, almost every single tech that was mentioned in that video is something we're going to be focusing on this year. So from AI to mixed reality to augmented reality, we're going to see bits and pieces of that this year on the Demystify Tech Show. So just like I was telling you, it's the same thing that we're trying to do. So from next week, we'll start with the cognitive services and the AI bit of it. So we'll go through, all that, all the text to speech, custom font. We'll look at that and then see how we can apply that to some, characters we'll create on our own. If that sounds interesting to you, don't forget to subscribe and like us. So let's get to it. Where were we? Let's bring this here. And like I said, if you have any questions, please don't yeah, Thomas, that was very crazy. So I know some of the questions that keep coming up is people ask, what about deep fakes? So it means that I could take someone's voice, train it with this custom, font thing, and then use it to do stuff. No. So Microsoft has responsible AI policies. And as of now, you need to actually submit your project case for them even to allow you to create those custom voice fonts. It's not like you cannot just go there and, create any voice. No, it has to go through a certain process of due diligence to be sure that it's for a good project before they allow you even to do that custom font. Yeah, so it's Fortunately, as MVPs, we have access to a version of it that allows us to test this out and also give feedback back to Microsoft. So yeah, we'll be trying that on the show. Some part of it I can't share because and NDA, but the ones I can share, which is in preview, everybody can try that out. So let's get into it. So in the last session. Where is that? Where did we leave off? Yes, this is where we left off. So we're going to use the JavaScript. Code base for SignalR to create a very simple real-time app on SignalR. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to open. Hold on. Let's see. I think I had that in. Demo, not demo app, not API app. Okay, don't worry. We can take a look at that. So let's do this. So we're going to use this code base. Let's bring the code base here. Yep. Thomas, that's crazy. That's just to give you an idea of, how tech is bringing things together. Remind me later. Let's get into this. Yeah. So I think, so it was using Azure Functions. I think we had the negotiate, we had created the broadcast, the content, the negotiate. So I just have to hold on just a sec. Let's see. I know that you know what? Let's open our terminal and going there. If you're just joining us, good morning, good afternoon. This is Demystify Tech. Today we continuing from where we left off in creating a simple real-time app with SignalR. So let's do this. CD dev. Trying to be, because I know we did, there it is, SignalR. CD SignalR. dir. Yes, demo. So let's use demo, dir. Yes, broadcast, index, negotiate. So just waiting for the content. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this in Visual Studio Code. Yep. Where is code? Yeah, our Visual Studio Code opened right here. Let's get this running. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Yep. So let's open this up. Okay, there we go. Visual Studio Code is open. Close the search. So this is it. So we did, and this is all using Azure Functions. So the app we're creating is leveraging on Azure Functions. So that's what we're using. So we created, I think we had a broadcast function. And just a recap of the broadcast function. If you go to function, the JSON, quite simple. It's of a timer trigger. So two input bindings, a timer trigger, and then also a SignalR message binding. So it can take a message as well, but this is an output. So it will send out a message, right? Using the serverless option. And then this triggered, I think every 5 seconds. Yes. And then we had the negotiate one, which has an HTTP trigger, and then uses the negotiate route, which you've created, and then has another HTTP out binding for sending results, and also has the, SignalR connection as an in. So it's like an input bind. It takes a connection of a SignalR service and then uses that to the real time, right? So so let's continue from here. So once we do that, let me move this here and then let's go ahead. We were going by the, and I'll come back and show. We've not created, I think we created a service in the last episode, but we'll go ahead and then create that. So let's do this. And we are choosing to do this as the process. You could go to the GitHub repo and clone it and then just run it. All right. Which is what, hold on, let's see. Yeah, which is what, just if to save time, you can do that. Nothing stops you from doing that. We just want to go through it, but because we want to share that, let's say, we can do that, so let's share this with you guys, and then we can walk through the code, later on. So let's do this. So let's do another one. Detected Azure function. Yes, man, I'll do all that. So let's do this. While this is running, let's go out of demo. All right. So now we are in the SignalR folder, but not in demo. All right. So how is it going to call this? Okay, so let's go ahead and quick start for serverless, and then we are going to do JavaScript. Yeah, I just want us to create where is that? Okay. Bum 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 bum. All right, that's fine. That's okay. Yeah. And yeah, make sure you have an updated version of Visual Studio Code and all the stuff that you use. Okay. So let's go ahead. We already created, let me show you this. So we already created, I think, our SignalR, that was it, Demystify Tech. We created that in the last episode. Let me make sure I have the mask turned on. Yeah, that's good. So we created that. It was quite easy. Just go to Add Create Resources, and then you look for SignalR, and then, you know, that's it. So we created that. And then we set up the two functions. So let's go ahead. Where were we? We had created the broadcast. So yeah, let's just load. And don't feel intimidated or anything. If you have any questions, just, you know, function call tools. Yeah. So you see, I don't know. It's for a while now. It always asks me to do the update. I do the updates, but then it seems okay, that's fine. And it looks like, okay, when this update is done, so it looks like Visual Studio Code has an update for me. So once it's done, I'll just update it. Yeah. Yeah, and also don't hesitate. Sometimes if you have any questions or any suggestions on how do we call it, setting things or project or technologies you want us to demystify, just send me, you know, put it in the notes in the comment section. You know, we'll review it and we'll do it. We're here to learn, so nothing crazy. So broadcast is done. Like I said, serverless. So broadcast is what I shared with you in a bit. So that is it. So we're just waiting for this to be over, but in doing that, yeah, so this is fine. And then the index of broadcast, as you can see, it's pulling some info, it's passing the data. Let's reduce this a bit. I want to know when it's done. So yeah, so pretty much new message binding with the message. So realize that as part of the bindings, like I said, there's a SignalR message binding. If you look at here, you can see there you go. See the bindings, SignalR message, and that's what they're using. So they are using that to send out that info. All right. So yeah, let's be sure we have all these things done. Done. I think this looks fine. Yeah. And then so now the client interface, if you're building any application, you can choose to build anything, whether I want to use Vue, React, Angular, Svelte. That's up to you. If you want to use Blazor, that's also up to you, right? So let's go ahead. Let's see what next. So so we need to have the content. I don't think we've done the content folder, right? Consider the area. So content from all right, so let's see, is this done? I think it's done. Yeah, I think it's done. All right, so with that said, let's close this. We're supposed to create a new folder called content. That has been created. And then in the content, let's go ahead and create a file called index.html. Yep. And let me share this with you guys so that you realize that I'm not conjuring any codes or doing magic. I've just shared that in the link, and I'll add that as a resource link. in as part of the description for this video on YouTube, so you can go back and look at it anytime. All right. So in the index function, create a new file. In the index. So let's see. So it says that in the index function, let's go ahead. In the index function, get a new file called index.html. Yes. So actually, let's see in the client content. Okay. So okay, let's do it here. Let's do this. Index.html. Yeah, that's the index function. That should be the entry point. So we have this. Let's look at this. It was just a trigger, HTTP trigger. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so in the index function, get a new file. In index. In content directory under your project through, then copy the following code. Yeah, so I think, hold on, you know what, this seems to be a bit misleading. Let's delete this for now. Yeah, because we need to have a content. Welcome, thank you. That's fine, mix. So just a sec, let's see. So we have the index is just the function. So index here, if you just have a function, let's look at that function, which is basically, yes, this is fine. And then let's look at the index file itself. And the index file is just quite simple, just taking a context body, and yeah, that's fine. So I was correct. So we needed to create that index here in a content folder. So let's go ahead and see. Yeah, that's just it. It's just, yep, we're good. So right here, and let's go ahead and add the code to it. So this, I did some magic. There you go. So this is just basic HTML, right? Nothing fancy. So the HTML tag, there is a body. So the div called messages will be slapping all the messages. We are loading the SignalR JavaScript file, and then we are doing, so here, as you can see, there's just an how do you call it? Yeah, it's just a function that looks for the messages element. All right, and then based on a couple of ways, we're just sending requests to that SignalR endpoint, right? So to put it together, we're almost done with the UI part of things. But now remember when we created the Azure SignalR service in Azure, we need to go get some credentials and some connection string and stuff, and bring it into to set up this app so it knows how to communicate. All right. So let's do this. Let's do that. So what we need to do is what we need to get is the connection string. So let's go ahead to our Azure portal here. Oh, what happened? Let's refresh this. Let's zoom in. And if you have any question, yeah, please make sure you ask the question. Sure. Okay. All right, so here we go. We have a Demystify Tech SignalR instance. Now, if it was just the Azure function, we could do that from local, because you can have a runtime for Azure functions. But because we're using SignalR, we needed to use the cloud side of things. Okay, so with we need to go to keys, and if you can't see the keys is right here on the left side here. This is keys, right? So this is where we need to go get our keys from here. And it is what's happening. Our self-service is in troubleshoot experience self-as identify. Well, what is happening? Let me refresh this again. I don't know. It could be the network, or it could just be something just wrong. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, so as you can see, so you can either use the primary or the secondary, and it's being blurred because I have a plugin or extension that actually blocks all these things so you can see them. But yeah, so what we need is, let's go in there, copy the primary connection string, and execute the command below. So let's copy the primary connection string here. That is copied, and we would need to start this. All right, now this is the fun part. We need to add the Azure connection string to it. So you know what, yeah, I can regenerate it, so that's fine. So let's go ahead. Let's open this. No, we can actually do this in Visual Studio as well, so we don't do a lot of context switching. So bear with me. So here, control that, we get into the terminal. Terminal should just look like the same terminal I have. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Yeah, up here. Let's bring this all the way up so you can see this. So I'm going to run func. No, so func is my local instance for Azure Functions. All right, so you see that when I did func, Azure Functions call tools, which is installed. So if I want to run Azure Functions locally, that is what I'll use. Right now, I want to set up that connection. So go ahead and do func settings. We're going to add the Azure SignalR. Let's do this well. Connection string. Now, we're using JavaScript. This is just one of the languages you can use. If you are into .NET, C#, you can use it. I think there's a Java or Python one. So you can use C#, JavaScript, Python, and Java, right? So you can use any of the languages. If you are comfortable with C#, you can do this also in C#, right? So let's go ahead. And I'm going to paste in, yeah, that endpoint. Yeah. I'll just regenerate it after this, so nothing crazy. So by the time if you're watching this after the live stream, this will change. Oh, what did it say? It says access, let's see, endpoint, this is there. Oh, I think I know why. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. There's this funny what's the name? There's this funny service that allows you to if so you're typing something with a mistake, you can just type it. I can't say the word. I'll have to be bleeping things, so I would just leave it as is. Right, I don't want any trouble. All right, so the connection string has been set. So now we can use func, right, and then start. And this is going to start this Azure function runtime locally, and then because we're doing it in context of it, so it's going to run and then give us an endpoint. Hopefully everything went well and we didn't break anything. We follow the right rules. We should have a SignalR real-time application running. Now, what are some of the use cases? Notification, stock takers, gaming results like live results, collaboration, real-time collaboration applications. Yeah, these are some of the things you can easily do with it. Let's wait for it to load. Yeah, we have storage emulator. So yeah, so one thing you need to notice that some of the bindings need Azure storage, but because we're using local, we can use a local storage emulator, which I already have, so it should be fine. But if we get any error with, let's say, with the storage, right, we'll just make sure that we set it up to use local. We already have the emulator, so it should find it. There you go. Okay, what is this saying? Oh, incompatible node version shutting down. Okay, so it says incompatible node. The version you're using is 14.17.2, but the runtime requires an LTS cover major version. So 8.10 for deployment, choose the website. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, so luckily for us, I'm using NVM. So if I use NVM list, which is node version manager, so I use the node version manager to help me install different versions of node. So let's see, do I have 10? Okay, so 8.10. So why would it do? So it says, let's see. All right, let's try 10. All right, so I'll say NVM use 10.14.1. And then when I do this, what's going to happen is that it's going to set my current node version from 14.72 to, 10.14.1. All right, so yeah, you might see some flickering. So now if I go ahead and I say NVM list, it's going to list the ones I have and tell me I'm currently using 14 point. But that's crazy. Let's see something for the sake of this. So let's see Azure functions called tools node version. Tools supported node version. All right. Okay, so once I've changed this, let's go ahead and let's clear our screen and let's run the command again. Right, func, not this one, yeah, this one. Start. I just want to look up functions runtime 2 bundling. So it's going through that process again, and yeah, it's working. See that? That's the reason why it's good to use host log leads acquired by instance, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. So that's why so the index can be found here. So we can actually browse to this URL, right? And see for ourselves the app in action. So let me bring this, and you can see it's so function broadcast. There's so you see this, you remember the function we created, the timer function. So if you look closely, it's firing every 5 seconds, right? And then it's just pretty much it's firing and sending something. So let's go ahead, let's go to our, this is localhost API index, and this is just going to show, look at that, Azure SignalR serverless sample. Right now, do you see that? Now let me zoom in so you see. So current star count of HTTP blah blah is 217. Now this is using the timer the broadcast function, which is counting the stars. all right, which is just counting the stars for the, how do you call it, the Azure SignalR, GitHub repo. And then this is going to be updated. So if I push this to the side here, let me just push this to the side here. You see that this is being triggered every 5 seconds. So this, you're building something in real time. If it changes, so if someone goes to like that right now, that will immediately trigger here, right? You see that. Some of the samples you can do is like a drawing app or a chat app, where as soon as you type this, SignalR carries it, and then the other person can see it. That's another useful thing. But this is a very basic SignalR app, which is using some real-time stack. So look, you see, let's do this. Can I do this side by side? Yeah. I'm trying to put this here. Okay, and then let's put this here. Right? And then let's go here to this let's go to this URL. On this side. So this is going to, so the app we created basically goes to check for the star count, right? So you see, as of now, if you look closely here, if you look at the top here, do you see that? Here, the star count at the moment is 217, right? And that's exactly what we are seeing in the SignalR app here. So if I go ahead and like this, right, it's now 218. Keep your eyes here. See what's going to happen. Within the next 5 seconds, right, this should update. And yeah, hold on. Let's go back to the, there you go. Do you see that? I didn't refresh it. I didn't have to refresh the page. I didn't have to refresh the page. All I did, let's make this big so you can see it. So this is one of the use cases, real-time application. So there's a delay of 5 seconds, but right now, if you look at the top here, the star count is 218, right? So, and real-time communication means you're not pulling or refreshing to see this update. So here, imagine I go and unstar it again, right? It's back to 217. Now keep your eyes here. My hands, I'm not going to refresh anything. It should go back to 217, okay? And because there's another service in the background that is timed. That says every 5 seconds, go and call this. And when you update it, you see that 217. I didn't have to do anything. So, yeah, so that is one of the interesting things you can do with SignalR. All right. Yeah, so interesting. So if I go ahead and I do this, I start it again. Now it's 218. And then by the time, so here I'm not, so you realize that the page is not refreshing. So someone will say, well, I could do this with some kind of binding with, yeah, you can pretty much use some kind of binding. But if you want to achieve that real time, there will be some form of a socket or communication thing that's going on. And yeah, SignalR is built on, WebSockets and some, all the cool features, all the crazy features handled for you to easily use it. So as you can see, that's how easy it is. We just created a free SignalR service, and then we're just leveraging that free SignalR service. All right, we're just leveraging that to create a real-time star count for GitHub repo. So this could be anything. This could be a stock ticker. All right. So it could be a stock ticker. It could be a stock ticker app. You want to see immediately if there's changes in stock value or some crypto, there's a change in it. You can see this in real time. You can use SignalR to do it. Like I said, notification, chat services, collaboration services. You can use SignalR to do it, right? Yeah, so if this sounded or seemed like something that you enjoyed and you want to see more of this when it comes to technology, please make sure that you are kindly subscribing to the channel right here. Yeah. Subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, hit the bell icon so that anytime I drop any video, you'll be notified. Please interact with us, ask questions, share concepts, share ideas. we're all here to learn. We don't know it all. I don't know it all. I'm still learning every day. I'm still going to be doing some learning right after this, some playing around with some toys. So feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or any concept. I hope this was useful. For more information, you can let me reduce this and increase this up. All right. So as you can see, well, you can't see yet because I still have the screen on me. Yeah, I'm going to share that with you in a bit. Give me a sec. Yeah, there you go. So if you want to follow, I've dropped the link to the resources, so you can go check that out. All right. So like I said, if you want to use C#, Java, Python, there are sample applications that you can use. If you want to learn more, make sure you go. And there's a Microsoft Learn as well, where you can go learn a lot about SignalR. Well, if this sounded like something you want to do, continue the learning process, reach out to me if you have any problem. Let's make the world a better place through technology. As always, enjoy the rest of your Friday, your Saturday, your Thursday, depending on where you find yourself. Just be safe and learn tech, use tech to make the world a better place. I remain yours truly, SignalR, and I am out.